Okay, Fight Freaks, this is your boy Big Steve G, and welcome to another podcast on TheTitleFight.com. We're going to start the session off with a recap of the Showtime doubleheader this past Saturday. In the co-feature, IBF light heavyweight title holder Tavares Cloud took on top contender Gabriel Campillo. In the first round, Cloud controlled the action and knocked down Campillo twice, and it looked like it was going to be another easy night for the always exciting Cloud. However, Campillo, a former world title challenger, regained his composure and took control of the fight from the second round on. He gave Cloud angles he couldn't handle, landed quick, crisp combinations to the body and head, and he cut Cloud above his left eye and left him swollen by the time the fight was over. Cloud simply had no answer for Campillo, and he was clearly a beaten man. Now, Cloud is promoted by Don King, and boxing fans know from the past just how atrocious a judge's score can be when one fighter is a Don King fighter. Fans remember Chavez versus Whitaker, Holyfield versus Lewis, and De La Hoya versus Trinidad, to name a few. In the end, Cloud was awarded a split decision victory in which one judge scored the fight 116 to 110. I don't know about you, but I think this judge should be suspended because there's no way you can have a 6-point margin based on how one-sided this fight was, aside from the two knockdowns. Campillo celebrated victory and defeat as the crowd cheered him on after the fight as if he was the victor. Cloud's post-fight interview was even more atrocious as he said that he felt he pressed the fight and Campillo couldn't take a punch. Well, he obviously took Cloud's punch as he recovered from two knockdowns and landed a lot of his own good shots. Other than a bad decision, it was a good way to start the night off. In the main event, former world champion Paul the Punisher Williams returned to the ring against tough Nobuhiro Ishida in a 12-round junior middleweight bout. Williams' last two outings weren't good ones as he was knocked out by Sergio Martinez and he survived an unpopular decision victory against Erislandy Lara, in which the judges who scored the fight were suspended due to their awful scoring. All fight fans remember Ishida from when he knocked out James Kirkland last spring. Despite the knockout of Kirkland, Ishida is a relatively light puncher, therefore a good opponent for Paul Williams to get some rounds in. Williams controlled the pace of this fight and landed a lot of good, crisp punches en route to an easy unanimous decision victory. Now, give Ishida credit for hanging in there with Williams. He was able to get a good left hand in every now and then, however, with little effect due to his lack of punching power. This was a good win for Williams. However, he does need to work on his defense a little more as he does leave himself open still for counters. Earlier in the day, Vitaly Klitschko defended his version of the heavyweight crown against British heavyweight Derek Chisora. Klitschko dominated this fight from start to finish despite having an injured left shoulder. He used his right hand all night and landed a variety of shots en route to a 12-round unanimous decision victory. At the post-press conference, fellow Brit and former heavyweight title holder David Haye called out Klitschko and ended up brawling with Chisora in a very disgraceful scene. Chisora was arrested and later released without being charged. Now, this year of boxing has had a lot of great bouts scheduled through the first half of the year, and it's only going to get better. This past Friday, it was announced that Rios Gamboa and Brandon Rios will face each other on April 19th in Las Vegas. They were scheduled to fight on the same card in co-features. However, Rios was not able to secure an opponent. Therefore, Gamboa decided to move up 2 weight classes to lightweight to face Rios in what should be a classic. Now, before we go, I just want to take a moment to comment on the current HBO reality series on Freddie Roach, which is directed by filmmaker Peter Berg, and it offers a good insight into the life of perhaps the best trainer in the sport today. I myself, like others, were expecting a series like 24/7, in which there is great music and is narrated by Liev Schreiber. However, there's no narration and no theme music, and it gives us a different perspective into the life of Freddie Roach. It is true reality TV, and it feels like you're just following Freddie Roach around and hanging out with him all day, as this series really takes you behind the scenes. It's not a show that is for everyone. However, I do recommend this series to all boxing fans. Well, that about does it for this session, Fight Freaks. Until next time, this is your boy Big Steve G. Have yourself a good one.